I don't love that you've got these guys dangling around in the back.
That one is huge.
All right, everyone, welcome back. I am Ben with Run Slow to Run Fast. Today we are doing another Run Slow to Run Fast review. Today we are talking about the Ultimate Direction Ultra Vest 5.0. So the first question that you may be asking yourself is, why would you need a running vest? The reason to have a running vest is to be able to carry all of your water, your hydration, your nutrition, and then also to have a place to carry anything for the elements that you might need, whether that be a heavier shirt, a jacket, a windbreaker, etc. So the Ultimate Direction Ultra Vest 5.0 does a great job of allowing for plenty of storage for you to be able to carry that with you, especially for your longer efforts in the mountains or your long runs. Before we dive into my actual review of the vest, let's talk about some of the technologies that come with the vest. So the Ultra Vest 5.0 weighs 6.3 ounces, has a capacity of 10.8 liters, is primarily made of mesh and nylon, and has a comfort cinch system that allows you to get the perfect fit for your specific build. It also comes with two body bottles, is what they're called, and has a PIVA material, which is supposed to be taste-free, so you don't get that plasticky taste from the water bottle. The vest retails for $140 on Ultimate Direction. I was able to pick it up for a 25% discount, so it came in at about $110. Let's walk you through some of the features of the vest, just to give you a sense of what's included here. So on the right hand side of the vest, you can see you've got your pocket right here for your bottle, and has a cinch down system right there. It comes with two small pockets here. So for me, I put my gels in this pocket here. I'm able to fit about 2 gels there, and then I put my keys in the pocket next to it, and it works out really well. One thing that I don't really love about the vest is that once you have the bottle in the bottle pocket, it makes it really hard to stuff other things in here, and vice versa. So the fit is really tight. Obviously, they want to make sure that things are snug and don't bounce around or bounce out of the vest. But I feel like there's a better system in here somewhere that should be able to allow you to do both. So that is one of the downsides of the vest, in my opinion, is that once you have one or the other in, it makes it very difficult to stuff anything else inside the vest. So usually I put my bottle in first and then stuff the gels and the keys. But again, it's a really tight, I have to really shove it down in there to make it fit. One thing that's great about it is I have not had any issues with anything falling out of the vest so far. So that's certainly a positive. On the right-hand side of the vest, you have a zippered pocket. So for me, generally, this is where I keep my phone. Put my phone in here and maybe 1 or 2 bars, something like a Lara bar or something like that. So that is the right-hand side of the vest that will sit on the right-hand side of your chest. On the left-hand side of the vest, you've got a little bit different features. So at the top, you have a weather-resistant pocket. It's very small, and I will say that it is extremely difficult to get to when you're running because of how it's built. It actually doesn't attach to the back of the vest. If you tried to put something back in there, it would actually fall all the way through. So you can see it falls all the way through that. So you actually have to separate the pocket with your hand and put whatever you want there in that pocket. So you could put something like chapstick. I personally put salt tabs in there for some of my longer runs. You also have a whistle here, so a lot of, especially bigger races, require that you have a whistle with you. So that one's already included on the vest, which is nice. Then working our way down the pack, you've got the other bottle pocket right here. The thing that I don't really love about this vest that I think they could have done better is, why would they not put those 2 pockets that are on the right side of the vest on the left side also to give you more storage? I'd love to have a place right here that was easy access to be able to grab some more gels when I'm out on my long run without having to try to fumble through some of the other pockets. So that would be really nice to have 2 additional pockets right here, just a little bit more space there for some of the things that you need. As you go further down, you've got the other kind of hip pocket here with the vest. This one is not zippered, it is just elastic. So you shove what you need in there and you're able to access it without having to unzip anything or take anything out. You'll see that it does have some bungees here for you to be able to carry your poles, your trekking poles. So for me, I use my Black Diamond Distance Z poles and stuff those in there. It fits pretty well overall. The one downside that I don't really love about it is that once you've got those poles in there, it makes it very difficult to access some of those hip pockets. For me especially, trying to access this zippered pocket on the right-hand side to get out my phone or something like that to take a picture is almost impossible. So very difficult to do that once you have those trekking poles in there. So that is again a downside of this particular vest. Working our way to the back of the vest, you can see I actually really like what they've done with the back of the vest here. So you've got one large pocket that zips just on one side. So you're able to zip it and then you've got your storage in here. Additionally, what you have here on top is you've got another stuff pocket where you can shove anything that you need down inside the pocket. And then finally, you have an elastic cord here if you want to just stuff something down and cinch it up to store on the outside of the pack. Now what you can do as well is you've got, you'll see you have a little hook here at the top. You can hook that onto the top of the vest if you prefer, and then you can cinch it down even further. That actually pulls everything in together on the pack, so it gives you a really good fit there. And then you've got these two great pockets on the side of the vest as well. This one has a little key ring if you wanted to put your keys in there, but that one for me is perfect. There's a second one, so you've got the one here on the top and then one on the opposite side on the bottom. And for me, this is a perfect place for me to put my wallet. Typically, I throw my wallet in a Ziploc bag and then shove it in there, mostly just because I don't want to leave it in my car when I go out for a 4 or 5 hour run. So I throw it in a Ziploc bag and just shove it in there, zip it up, forget about it, and it fits really well for me. Another thing that you can do just to ensure that you have a great fit with this particular pack is you can take these bungee cords, and you'll notice there's little hooks on the side here. What you can do is you'll pull those in here and attach them to those hooks, and you've got them on both sides, so you can do it on both sides. And then once you pull the bungee or the cord, it tightens and kind of sucks everything in together, so that makes it so that you have a really tight back of your pack and a really good fit from the back. So let's take a second to talk about the actual fit of the vest. The front of the vest, the fit is fairly straightforward. So you've got clamps on the right-hand side that can be adjusted up and down to fit your upper and lower chest straps. And then on the left-hand side, you've got a hook and loop connection. So you just pop it in there and then tighten it down. A couple of the things that I don't particularly love about the fit of the front of the vest is that that hook system is a little bit cumbersome, and especially on the lower side, it can be kind of tricky to pop that in and get it where you want it. And then again, to take it out, it takes a second. So especially once you have a loaded vest, you can see it was fairly easy for me right now, but once you have a loaded vest and it's cinched down and tight, it does make it more difficult to unlatch and to take off your vest. So for me, either if I'm trying to get in there quickly to get something out of my pack, let's say at an aid station during a race, that makes it very difficult and a little bit, not time consuming, but more time than I feel is needed to be able to just take off your vest. The other thing that I don't love about the enclosure, the latch system here, is that once you get it tightened down, and let's say you are tightening it down, you can see here on the bottom, you've got just these, there's nothing to hold the spare part of the strap. The strap is just hanging out. You can certainly tuck it in and underneath the strap there, but again, I don't feel like that's a great system. In my opinion, all you would need is just a little bit of elastic right here to be able to hold that out of the way for you and be able to put it there on the vest. One of the other features of the fit of the vest is what Ultimate Direction calls their comfort cinch system. So in the back of the vest, once you have everything in place, what you'll do is you'll be able to reach just down to the bottom of each of these corners, and you take it and you pull these down. You'll see you pull these down. And what that does is that pulls everything in and together to get you the best fit. So fit-wise on the back, I think that's a really smart feature. I don't love that you've got these guys dangling around in the back once you've done so, but I think from a fit perspective, it's a really smart move and makes it so you get just the right fit on the vest. Last thing to talk about with the actual fit of the vest is, in my experience, when I'm out running, especially as I get more progressed in my run towards the latter miles of some of my long runs, I found that I was able to cinch down most of the vest. However, no matter how much I cinched down the top of the vest, I still felt some looseness around the shoulders, and it would either bounce around, or if I tried to tighten it, it would come too close and kind of get towards my neck and give me some chafing along the neck there. So for me, I didn't love that part of the fit, but I think everything else works well. And you know, the part of the vest where it's hitting your neck and coming together there wasn't super uncomfortable, but just something that I wish it fit a little bit better up around the collar. All right, let's touch on the bottles again for just a moment here. So you can see they have somewhat of a teardrop shape, and they are 500 milliliter bottles. I like that they do have a wider mouth, so it makes it easier to put things like ice in it, or if you wanted to fill it up easily at an aid station or something like that, or filter water into it. That makes it really easy for that purpose. At first, I was a little bit skeptical that it actually was 500 milliliters, but I took a 16.9 ounce water bottle and poured it in there, and it does all fit. So it is the right size. And again, you've got that teardrop system, which is designed to help you get the bottle in and out of your vest easily. As I mentioned before, it is BPA free and PVC free. It's made out of a material called PIVA, which is supposed to eliminate any of that plasticky taste that you might get from pouring in other type bottles. One feature of these bottles that's important to note for anybody that has not purchased these types of bottles before, which was myself, and it took me a little bit of time to learn this, but the bottles actually come with a security system on them. So if you're not able to get water when you first get the bottles, what you need to do, and you can either do it with your hand or biting down. I prefer to do it biting down, but you need to pull it and you'll hear it pop. I'll give you a little bit of a closer look, but it will actually pop in and out. So once it's popped in, you cannot drink from it. Once it's popped out, you are able to. So I think that's a neat feature, but I've not had problems with any of the other bottles that I've used in leaking or anything like that on a run. So I don't really see the necessity for that, but it is, again, a nice feature and pretty cool for them to be able to add that technology to the bottle. All right, so just some final thoughts on the Ultimate Direction Ultra Vest 5.0. Some of the things that I do love about it, some of those pros, is that it is very lightweight at just 6.3 ounces. It does fit very comfortably, definitely a benefit there. What I wish they had added were a few more features to the vest. Some of the things that I wish they had done were taking these two right-hand pockets on the bottle pockets and put those on the left-hand side so you could have some more room for gels there. Additionally, I wish that this left side hip pocket was zippered just like the right-hand side, just to make sure that everything's secured in there. What I don't love about the vest is I don't really love all of the elastic and the cords that are hanging out the back of the vest once you get everything tightened down. And I feel like this kind of stuff wears out over time. So I don't really love that about the vest. Additionally, I don't love this little pocket here. I feel like they could have designed it better. I think the main thing is just to have it attached to the back so that it is easier to access. It's very, very difficult to access this pocket while you're running. So I wish there was some other system there. Again, maybe even just eliminating this pocket and putting it down here so that you have that extra space and storage. But overall, I think it's a winner, a really good vest. Again, at the price that I got it for, at about $110, I think it's definitely worth it. For me, the actual retail at $140 is kind of high. So I'm not sure for me if I would purchase it at that price. However, when you think about the vest market as a whole and you look at all the other vests and what they cost, many vests are in the $180 to $200 range. And so I think if you take that into perspective, this vest is a very good value. So hopefully this review was helpful for you. If you have any comments or things that you'd like to share about this vest or questions about it, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to answer those for you. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to run slow to run fast.